Hello?
How's it going, player?
Hi?
What country are you from? You're from Europe?
Hello?
How's it going?
Great, and you?
Alright.
From where are you?
California from the States?
Great. I'm from Pucón, Chile.
South America?
Yes. I think we got an echo. It's my device. I don't know. Wait me a second.
I, I have headphones on.
It's my device. I don't know. Wait me a second.
I have headphones on.
Do you hear me now without echo, without repeating?
Yes, yes. Did you pause the live chat video?
It's my device. I don't know. Wait me a second.
I have headphones on.
Do you hear me now without echo, without repeating?
Yes, yes. Did you pause the live chat video? I have headphones on.
Do you hear me now without echo, without repeating?
Yes, yes. Did you pause the live chat video? I have headphones on.
Jesus has the assignment of judging who will survive Armageddon, who will make the grade and who won't, who will be annihilated by fireballs and collapsing buildings, and who will escape unscathed. Jesus has that responsibility. Now, if you can make it through all of that just by being a good person, so just by having a good heart, and Jesus reads your heart and thinks that person doesn't deserve to get flattened by a collapsing building, that person doesn't deserve to fall down a gaping chasm, that person doesn't deserve to be on the end of a fireball, what's the point of the preaching work? What possible point could the preaching work have if Jesus is the final arbiter and Jesus will basically save everybody who's good? We might as well have Armageddon now, get it over with, and then afterwards debrief everyone, debrief all of the survivors who are all good. We know they're good because they've survived. Let them know what's just happened. We don't need the preaching work, and that's something that Watchtower has long recognized, or has long said about the preaching work, that it's a case of survival, that by preaching to people, giving them the chance of surviving through into Armageddon. And they even go so far as to say that if you don't engage in the preaching work, you're blood guilty. You're blood guilty because you have deprived someone the opportunity to survive Armageddon by giving them the life-saving message that they need to hear. If that alone is not clear enough evidence of what Watchtower really believes about Armageddon, I don't know what is. Now, if you're watching this as a Jehovah's Witness and you still just can't get your head around the fact that you are in a religion that teaches that 7 billion people deserve to be massacred, men, women, and children, for the crime of not being a Jehovah's Witness, if you are convinced that it's not that bad, that I'm somehow not explaining things fairly, I would seriously recommend that you go to jwfacts.com, and there is a page titled, let me see, Salvation Only for Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, this page has been written by my friend Paul Grundy, and it is an excellent one-stop selection of quotes from decades of Watchtower publications, explaining in Watchtower's own words what Jehovah's Witnesses believe about Armageddon and about who survives it. Now, rather than read all of the quotes, I've just selected a few quotes for you. I'll start with one from a 1989 Watchtower. Only Jehovah's Witnesses, those of the anointed remnant and the great crowd, as a united organization under the protection of the supreme organizer, have any scriptural hope of surviving the impending end of this doomed system dominated by Satan, the devil. So only those of the anointed remnant and the great crowd, so in other words, people going to heaven and people who are, Jehovah's Witnesses with an earthly hope, only they have a scriptural hope of surviving Armageddon. Next quote from a 2006 Watchtower. Just as Noah and his God-fearing family were preserved in the ark, survival of individuals today depends on their faith and their loyal association with the earthly part of Jehovah's universal organization. So that's from a 2006 Watchtower. Now we have a 2001 Watchtower. Is it presumptuous of Jehovah's Witnesses to point out that they alone have God's backing? Actually, no more so than when the Israelites in Egypt claimed to have God's backing in spite of the Egyptians' belief, or when the first century Christians claimed to have God's backing to the exclusion of Jewish religionists. That's from the 2001 Watchtower. Next up is a 1983 Watchtower. Similarly, Jehovah is using only one organization today to accomplish his will, to receive everlasting life in the earthly paradise. We must identify that organization and serve God as part of it. Again, these are all quotes directly from Watchtower publications that expressly say that if you want to survive Armageddon, the thing to do is to become a Jehovah's Witness. Now, I think the confusion for some Jehovah's Witnesses comes from the fact that Watchtower doesn't say things as clearly as they should. So in my video, What If Jehovah's Witnesses Are Right, I put things in very stark, unambiguous language. And I say, you know, imagine surviving through into a world where you have to clean up after the biggest act of genocide that has ever been committed, where you have to spend eternity praising the perpetrator of the biggest crime the universe has ever seen, and participating in covering up evidence of this crime. I'm personally not remotely surprised that Watchtower is so ambiguous on this, because it doesn't bear thinking about. The moment you give it any thought, how could you possibly support a religion that teaches that? It goes against our innate morality, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't challenge Jehovah's Witnesses on it respectfully if you have the opportunity to do so. And I would certainly encourage any Jehovah's Witnesses who've stumbled onto my channel and who are watching this video or the previous video, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. If you don't want to go on jwfacts.com, make it the focus of your personal study, answering the question, who will survive Armageddon? Who will not survive Armageddon? Make it your project to research those questions. That's about all I've got time for in this video. If you want to watch more videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you for watching.
Yeah, yeah.
Will take against a member. So what are some of the reasons why they would disfellowship somebody? Well, there's a lot. If you look at their secret elders rule book, you'll see that there's actually pages and pages of reasons why they would disfellowship somebody. And also note that many of these reasons are going way beyond the scriptures. You know, you can be disfellowshipped for things like joining the YMCA or smoking, you know, or celebrating Christmas. Nowhere are these things in the Bible. But they have decided that these are reasons why you should be disfellowshipped and shunned. Here is a copy and paste from the elders' rule book, so you can see for yourself. So why would we want to disfellowship JW.org? I mean, they present themselves as such a benign organization, kind of like a sweet little old harmless lady. But the problem is once you start asking the wrong questions or expressing any kind of doubts, this sweet little old lady turns into a nasty old battle axe.
Whoa.
So let's take a look at some of the reasons why I believe JW.org needs to be disfellowshipped and shunned. Reason number one. And this reason is huge. I mean, one of the worst things that you can do in the Bible is to be a false prophet. And we can see this from the scripture in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 18, verses 20 to 22. If any prophet presumptuously speaks a word in my name that I did not command him to speak, or speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet must die. However, you must say in your heart, how will we know that Jehovah has not spoken the word? When the prophet speaks in the name of Jehovah, and the word is not fulfilled or does not come true, then Jehovah did not speak that word. The prophet spoke it presumptuously. You should not fear him. Oh, I know that J.W. Org will never admit to any of this. But check out this picture I made of Watchtower quotes. So as you can see there, it says, when they teach lies, they were just eager. From the 1993 Awake magazine, March 22nd, page 4, Jehovah's Witnesses, in their eagerness for Jesus' second coming, have suggested dates that turned out to be incorrect. But when others teach lies, they are false prophets. From the 1968 October 8th Awake magazine, page 23, true, there have been those in times past who predicted an end to the world, even announcing a specific date, yet nothing happened. The end did not come. They were guilty of false prophesying. Why? What was missing? Missing from such people were God's truths and the evidence that he was guiding and using them. So do you see the double standard, the hypocrisy here? That's called using two sets of scales. And we know that that is
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
To accomplish his will, to receive everlasting life in the earthly paradise, we must identify that organization and serve God as part of it.
Sounds pretty good. Does it have an echo? I don't know what to do. My nose is stuffed with boogers. What to do? I can't even smoke my cigarette. My nose is stuffed with boogers.
Hello viewers, and welcome to the very first episode of a new series of videos titled Faith versus Faith, in which I intend to compare Jehovah's Witnesses with different religions with similar aspects to them in terms of the way they control their worshippers. Now, the first episode is one I'm very excited about. I'm going to be talking about the Mormons, or the Latter-day, the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Oh, yes.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I've never done a video about Mormons before. I'm pretty sure this is my first Mormon video, and I couldn't be happier to introduce to you Jonathan Streeter, who is from the channel Thinker of Thoughts. Hello, Jonathan.
What's up, Jonathan? You
Hello,
tired?
how are you doing, Lloyd?
How you doing?
I'm not bad at all, thank you. Wow, Mormons. So I actually have, I've been frantically writing down questions over the last 24 hours or so, because I was really excited about you coming on. I think that, where do I begin? The people look at Mormons and they look at Jehovah's Witnesses, and they see so many similarities. And
oh yeah,
what little I know about Mormons is that, yes, there are similarities, but there are also huge differences.
Maybe I should email this coward, Jonathan. Thoughts on things and stuff.com. Just another coward on the goddamn internet. Where's his YouTube channel? Anybody know this coward? Jonathan Streeter? Tell him I want to debate him publicly. I don't think he has a goddamn YouTube channel. Back to the video.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a challenge for you and I to kind of map out where the common ground is and where the differences are just in the space of this video, which is why, I mean, you and I have talked in advance of this video, and I think I've made it clear that I'm going to have you back later on in the series, and we'll just kind of thrash out the basics with this video. But it is a subject that I am fascinated in, even though I have to do a video on it. So I guess we should begin in the obvious place, which is, could you tell us a little bit about your background with the LDS Church?
Yeah, so I was, both of my parents were converts to the LDS Church, and they were married in a temple, and then began to have a large family. And I am kind of smack dab in the middle of 8 kids, and I was born and raised in the church. When you talk to Mormons, there's kind of 2 main categories of Mormons. There's the Mormons who are in Utah, right where the entire culture is prevalent, and they kind of grow up as a particular type of Mormon. And then there are Mormons who grow up and live outside of that Mormon Zion area. Mormons refer to the rest of the world as the mission field. And so I kind of grew up in the mission field, and so we didn't have as many resources. There were, I went to school, and there was only a handful of other Mormons in school, but that was kind of the culture I grew up in. It was very much, I think, similar to what you've described, where it encompasses your entire culture growing up. Even though we were in an area where I was one of only a few Mormons, every weekend I had several hours with meetings with the church, and then throughout the week we'd have at least one, if not more, meetings. And then when you get into high school and you have seminary, every morning you're attending an hour to an hour and a half or so of religious instruction / indoctrination. And it just kind of colors how you see the world. And I grew up as a very faithful Mormon in a very faithful, adherent household. And I actually really, I value a lot of what Mormonism brought to my upbringing, and I have a lot of fond memories of that time. There's, of course, always the dark corners here and there, but
that actually brings me to my second question, because I'm obviously aware that...
Yeah, I'm tired of talking to myself. Where is everybody? 8 subscribers, nobody's here. Even if they were here, they would be talking about flat Earth. Yeah. I don't know, I try to invite some people in here, but nobody's participating. So many haters. I'm like the only one watching. I don't know what to do. Maybe I could call somebody, start debating them. I need to go order some chicken wings because my stomach is growling. Yeah. I don't know what to do. And then the goddamn trolls come in here. And then they just disrupt everything. They get the video shut down. last night or 10 hours ago. There was a lot of people in here. I don't have any friends. Who should I invite? Uh, God, my nose is stuffed with boogers. Who's intelligent enough to be on this show? I don't know. Am I allowed to try to add people? I don't have any contacts.
That there's going to be Jehovah's Witnesses, believing Jehovah's Witnesses watching this video at some point, what one would hope. But I would also like to think that at some point there's going to be a believing Mormon or two who watch this video. So I'd really like to ask you, what can you tell us that's positive being a Mormon?
Oh, well, I don't know if you've seen the South Park episode about the Mormons, all about the Mormons. Everyone remembers the dum 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 part. But I think that one of the parts that it really got right was the family that it depicts in the episode seems to be a very cohesive family. They have a very positive outlook, even in the face of what would be seen as persecution or people being mean to them. They still keep a very positive outlook. And I think Mormonism, one of its central tenets is this focus on the family and this idea that family existence is this sublime thing, and it really pervades the culture. And I think we all have, even outside of the religion, an affinity for our family, provided there's no major dysfunction, and it really thrives on that kind of normal aspect of the human existence. And so I think the focus on the family and the promotion of parents who are involved, who are loving and caring towards their children, gives a very appealing foundation for Mormon existence that I think is a big part of their pull in terms of their missionary efforts. So the focus on the family, I think, is a strong part of why people who grow up Mormon or have that experience are have a positive view of it. The other thing is, as I've learned about Jehovah's Witnesses, you guys tend to separate yourselves from the culture in some very strong, strict ways, and that is that a lot of the fun things about culture are kind of demonized and taken. So things like birthdays, holidays, and stuff like that, you guys are taken away from it. And I know there's a perspective there that tries to make you feel good for sacrificing for Jehovah. In Mormonism, we accept and embrace a lot of that, and so I didn't have, I was able to celebrate birthdays. I was able to do trick or treat. We even have trick or treat Halloween activities at the church building.
Wow.
So those things normally draw a community together and give you positive things are still very much a part of the Mormon experience, and it actually serves to make Mormons more cohesive in terms of their community. And so on top of that, the youth program for the young men includes the whole track of scouting, from when you're a Cub Scout as a young 8 to 12-year-old boy to when you're a Boy Scout, and it creates this series of milestones in your growth and development that you see other people going towards. You feel a great deal of excitement to achieve yourself. And so I made it all the way through to Eagle Scout, and it was a very pleasant experience that included a lot of campouts, a lot of pushing me beyond what I thought I could do. And all of this was done in a religious context that made me feel as a valued and important member of a community. I think for men in particular, the experience is a little bit more positive. As you're a teenage boy, you are at 12 years old, you're given the priesthood, which you are told the power to act in God's name. And it's done in a way that has a certain amount of reverence to it, but there's also a sense of accolade. And you're told, I have more power in my pinky than the Pope has in his whole body. And ideas like that, because we're inculcated with the idea that we have the real power and the real authority. And so at every level, when you're promoted to the different levels of priesthood, you feel like you are really achieving something that is, and this is all pursuant towards, what we are taught is our goal here on earth, which is ultimately to become as God is. And so, these are very high stakes in terms of what we can personally achieve. Given a sense of fulfillment, there are very achievable, mapped out milestones. On top of that, Mormonism has a strong focus on personal development and education. And so as a young man in particular, you're given a great deal of encouragement to pursue higher education, to better yourself. You're given leadership positions all the way throughout. Like I was the president of the Deacons Quorum and of the Teachers Quorum. And so you're prepared for a professional existence because as a man, you have to.
Yeah, I added Christian Anarchist, but he ran. Let me try to get Dazzler. Dazzler, debate me. Yes, the people I join, the people that I add, they run for the hills. I'm gonna go see if the Crystal Cute channel has anybody in the chat. So I'm gonna tell them to come over here. So I gotta go to YouTube, type in Crystal Cute. Earlier I was on the Project Eli channel, and it said Flat Earth Friends, and I told her give me the link so we can debate. I didn't want to debate Flat Earth. I wanted to debate the Jesus the baby killer. And she said, no, I don't feel like debating today. I guess it was just a Flat Earth hangout for friends. Let me see here. And then the trolls start joining, and they start getting the videos shut down. Can't win. So let me go in here. I don't want to play their video because they think, because they talk, but then they delete their video. They talk for 8 hours, and they just delete the stream. So right now they're doing whatever they want to say. So I don't want to press play on the video because they must say something stupid. So I'm gonna type in, hey folks, join me on the free speech Dan. Is that what it's called? Let me check real quick. Free speech. Yeah, 2 words. Hey Dan, you wrote some stuff, but I didn't get a chance to read it because you retracted it. I was somewhere else. I wasn't looking at the live chat, and then you deleted it, so I wasn't able to. If you wrote something towards me, I in the side chat because I didn't get it here on the live chat. So back over here, try to get some people in here. Hey folks, join me on the Free Speech Dan channel. All right, we'll see who writes back here. There's 9 people watching that stream. They know who I am. They think I'm crazy. So Looks like Dan didn't write anything. So back in the live chat on the Crystal Cute channel. They're not writing back. They think I'm crazy. They don't really like talking about religion. They just want to talk about, they just want to have fun. We're checking it out here. Am I still live? It says there's an ongoing call, so everything should be fine. Yeah, writing back. Isn't that annoying? Here we go. Dave Simpson said, "Do you realize I am missing out on being thrashed by my son at FIFA 17 for this? See you soon." Uh, Dave Simpson's from he's from Scott. Oh, oh yeah, Dan said no kids allowed in here, and there's a kid in this live chat thing. Oh, John Carter wants to join us. Um, Jeez, I can't even type. He's gonna come in here. Oh man, this is horrible. This is how I woke up. I don't know what's going on. Oh shit, this guy ain't messing around. Did you guys hear that? This guy's gonna join us. So I gotta go right down the description. I gotta get the link to the video. Here we go. Copy, and then I paste it. People. I'm gonna put my my headphones back on because if this guy talks, I might get an echo. All right, we got our loud microphone here. So I'm gonna go in there and wait for him. Looks like we're gonna get some action. What happened with John, folks, is that he uh he wanted to be in two places at the same time. He didn't want to end his hangout with the other people, so that's why he wasn't able to join.
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going? I was just telling everybody that you were trying to be in two places at the same time.
Yeah, I was just I'm learning that when you're on a Google Hangout, you can't. Okay. Yeah. Wait a second, I gotta figure this out. It sounds like someone's got their YouTube going, or is that me? Just a minute, let me figure this out. Okay.
Yeah, you have to pause the video, I think.
Is that it? It'll take me a second. Probably hang into this. It's me.
I always put on headphones, but I don't know if you like putting on headphones.
Yeah, just give me a second here. Is that it? We don't give a flat Earth. Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
Wow,
you might get some flat Earth people jumping in trying to talk to you about flat Earth.
that's okay.
I just leave when they enter.
Well, I mean, it's just a.
I don't like talking about flat Earth, but this is a flat Earth channel. I'll tell you the truth.
Okay. I'm a rectangular Earth person. Whatever.
Yeah. I heard that before, I think.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So, you're in the States.
Yeah, we talked before. You and I on the Armando channel.
All right, all right. Your avatar.
But you got the drunk guy. You got me when I was drunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was fighting with everybody.
Oh my goodness. What were you fighting about?
Religion.
Okay.
I was trying to debate Armando because you know how he's so religious.
Yeah.
And then he was having all this trouble with Lysurge, and he stopped putting the link in the description.
Okay. I'm gonna lay down here on the sofa and talk. It's been kind of an interesting day.
Yeah, I can't even smoke my cigarette because the smoke doesn't come out of my nose because it's stuffed.
Oh wow. Okay.
When I smoke, I like to let the exhale through the nose. I don't like doing it through the mouth.
And so you don't like to smoke, or what is that?
No, I'm smoking these little machines now.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen them in your country.
Oh yeah, these little things that you can. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
look just like a cigarette, but they got a battery in it.
Okay, I've heard about them. I've heard about that.
Hey, you could add some people if you want.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't really. I mean, I'm just kind of. Well, this is good for the moment. I mean,
Do you know how to add people?
well, I guess I could, but I'm not. Is that when you go to the Hangouts or something and you?
No, you know how there's a side chat where you're always talking to the people that are on the Hangout?
Uh-huh.
There's three little dots on the right-hand top corner, and you just click on the add, the people section, and then you just click on the add people section.
Uh,
I added Sean, but she doesn't like. She only likes talking to the group, the Armando group.
uh-huh.
She doesn't like joining other Hangouts. I don't know what time it is in the UK, but she's up 24/7 sometimes.
Who?
Sean,
Okay. Yeah.
you know how Armando's an American channel, and she's on there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, sure.
our time,
It's
and
nice.
then when
This is, yeah, I can, people, there's all, we got them in Austria, and wherever we get, it's nice to be able to, I hear that these Hangouts are going to kind of close in a couple of days or something.
I heard that rumor also, but I heard that it was April 25th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they have a lot of glitches. A lot of people they join the Hangout and they snipe it and stuff like that.
Oh, and then do it again, something?
I mean, I don't know what if that is true. If they really shut these things down, I don't like Skype.
No, I don't think that's. Yeah, I have, you know, like I say, I haven't done this for a very long time, and you know, that's not a. I think they will. This will develop where, you know, if someone's got the mods, and if someone and if it's a personal stream, like, is this your stream?
No, this is not mine. I'm just a guest.
Okay, whose stream
You
is?
you have more. You have as much power to do whatever you want to hear as I do.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
think that
because
this is
it's
all
open
going,
to the people.
this is all going kind of in a good way, so that we have all a different a channel, and whatever a person's, you know, whatever they want to, you know, we fill up, you know, the stream with thought and with
Well, I've noticed that the Crystal Cute channel, she deletes all her videos.
okay, yeah, she said she was going to do that.
See,
They
this
said,
guy Dan, he's trying to actually leave the videos up.
okay. What is Dan there? I mean, is he just listening
He,
and
he doesn't speak,
okay,
but he's from the United Kingdom.
okay,
He's on Europe time.
okay. So, what's your deal?
Oh no, I'm just out here trying to bait people to debate me on religion.
What?
I'm a debater of religion.
You're a debater of religion.
That's the only thing on my agenda.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm trying to take it easy because everybody will just leave.
Well, it's that's I mean, that's an incredibly important and beautiful and discouraging and confusing topic. But
Yeah, you don't want to tell people your belief system is false. I mean that doesn't register with people.
well, false is relative. I mean, it's. I mean, if you know, if like I maybe we've spoken before, but you know, the only thing definitively we really do understand is if we can at least accept that we say we are living and we're alive, we have life, and we have this consciousness which makes us wonder and think, and the only thing that we really truly know is that we are alive and we don't know why, and we will never know why. I mean, our ability to understand, and for that reason alone, it's been my experience that there is some form of communicating in some kind of a way going on beyond our ability to think. And these people and these religions that started 6,000 years ago or however long ago, they weren't started because of some kind of a person coming up with some kind of a philosophy, the original ones, but they became because of that force beyond us, which made us become aware of it in our daily life, whether it was storms or whatever's happening. So the people like me who believe in God do because of that part of life which makes itself aware that it's not, you know, technology and it's not human mind, but it's like there's a form of communication where you just know that there's something out there. There's something. Maybe it's what we are. I mean, what that is a huge and long topic. But you know, I see religions as being the initial reaching out to whatever, you know, that will become in the next, you know, many years, thousands upon millions. Is a relationship. It's like, you know, it's kind of like we know what gravity is, we know what electromagnetism is, and it's a strong and weak nuclear force. And these are forms of energy, and what they are is something. And our ability to think and get connected with whatever it could be. Is I understand people mocking religions, which I don't really do, but people that believe something, they're drawn to it, not because of being indoctrinated, not because of that's also happening, but a lot of people that find God by themselves, without a Bible or without something, they have this relationship that becomes apparent in their mind, in their life. The whole idea of wondering why we even live and
Well, I think at the end of the day, whatever helps the person wake up in the morning.
well, um, that's you can look at it that way, but we are at war. We all have, our being as a growing thing is in a process of evolutionary process with its mind, the way humans thought 3 million years ago or 500,000 years ago, the conversations they were having, or when language started. It was 200,000 years ago when they were grunting. You could have a conversation. It would be hard to have a conversation with those people who couldn't understand what internet was, what sexuality is, what gravity is. We can understand that. And it's like the difference in them coming out of the caveman time and starting to have some kind of an awareness of life, an awareness of the sun, awareness of maybe something beyond us. The same difference, the way we look at them 500,000 years ago, our consciousness will also grow in another 20,000 years or 8,000 years or 700, 200 years or a million
Well, I
years.
noticed that human beings have killed other human beings without mercy.
Yeah, but that's just what I was saying was the way we will look at us today will be the same way we are looking at them 500,000 years ago, where they were just grunting around, and we will develop beyond that violence. We will have understood and probably gotten in a closer contact with that whole spiritual thing. And
I saw a movie last night called The Promise.
The Promise.
Yeah, you know the guy from Batman, Christian Bale?
The guy that played Batman.
Yeah, the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in it. And it was about in World War II, the Turkey government,
Yeah.
they killed 1.5 million Armenians. They were trying to genocide them.
I hear you.
I didn't know that. Jeez.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought it was 3 million Jews or something.
Yeah, that's a lot of that going on. Stalin, I don't know, or Mao, however many millions he killed, and Stalin, however many, whether it was 20 million, there was
I think somebody jumped out.
jumped out.
Yeah, the guy that owns this channel, if he jumps out, it's gonna end the stream, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Maybe he lost connection.
Maybe he what?
But maybe he lost connection. But it
Okay.
still says live right there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm checking the live chat, see what's going on.
Well, there's a live chat on the YouTube or something.
Yeah, the YouTube video.
Oh, let me look at that, see if I can figure that out too.
You can still chat and be on Hangouts.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I would just let's see, where am I? Is that here?
I don't know, I
No.
just saw him jump out.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it now. Oh, the chat. Let me pop that out. Get all confused here.
Well, on the side chat, it doesn't say, so and so has left the conversation.
All right. Just a second. Well, Free Speech Dan, yeah, there he is. All right. But I'm here. It's all about free speech for us.
I think what he believes in, he thinks that we're all going to lose freedom of speech in the future.
What he believes in is what?
That we better speak up now before we lose our freedom of speech, because he thinks that the governments are going to stop all this internet stuff.
I kind of think I have a little bit, I have a little bit more of a optimistic understanding in respect to these types of things. There will be a development. There will be, like, some kind of mods going on, but we are destined to communicate. And
Yeah, because on the news, on television,
yeah.
they don't allow you to say whatever you want.
Oh, of course not. And they all
Some of these news people on the internet are respected more than the actual mainstream news.
the news on you mean these type of you like Alex Jones and just all these other types of people.
Yeah, some YouTuber is respected more than the Fox News.
Oh, sure, I understand that. Yeah, and that's and you're saying because of that maybe they'll try and shut it down.
Yeah, because they don't want people having power.
Well, I think it's I think looking at power in general.
Throughout history, they put tattoos on people, branding them like cattle.
But if we look at even the past century, and we look at Europe right now at peace, basically, not thinking about Serbia in that area. I mean, this has been the first time in human history that Europe has, France, Germany, Italy, England, Belgium, Netherlands, all these countries, Austria, is at peace. All the kingdoms, all the dynasties, all these things, all this, stuff that had gone on for forever is finally so it is improving. And I think that, we are reaching a point in time where the power in general wants to also adapt and is adapting, and but it's a slow process. And I don't think